In 2018, NASA launched the InSight mission to Mars with a simple goal: to listen. Unlike the rovers that roamed the surface, InSight stood still, in silence, for years, until it heard something. A pattern, a vibration, an echo coming from deep inside the red planet, one that no one expected. Not even the world's leading scientists could explain it. When the data was finally analyzed, a shocking discovery emerged. There is a mass of liquid water hiding beneath the crust of Mars. Not ice, not vapor, real water, in motion, in 2025. For decades we believed Mars was just a dead desert. But this changes everything, because where there is water, there might be life. Today you'll discover where that water is, how it was found, and why this hidden ocean might be the biggest breakthrough in space exploration since the moon landing. And what if we're not alone? What if we've just been looking in the wrong direction? Welcome to CuriousVerse. For decades, scientists agreed on one thing: Mars once had water. Traces of ancient rivers and dried lakes are still scattered across the red planet. In 2012, NASA sent the Curiosity rover to explore its geology. It was the first to confirm that Mars once had the perfect conditions for life, with wet soil, minerals formed in water, and an environment surprisingly similar to early Earth. Years later, in 2021, NASA launched an even more ambitious mission, Perseverance. It landed in Jezero Crater, a place chosen for one reason: a massive, fossilized river delta suggested intense water activity in the distant past, and the rover delivered. It found layered sediments, signs of flowing water, and rocks that could only exist if Mars had remained wet for millions of years. But over time, the planet cooled. It lost its atmosphere, and that water disappeared. Or, at least, that's what we believed. Because one question still echoed among scientists: if there was so much water on Mars, where did it go? Maybe it never left. Maybe it's still there, just beneath everything, where no one had thought to look. For years, NASA's InSight mission remained almost silent. It didn't roam like the other rovers. It didn't send dramatic images or videos of Martian craters. Its goal was different: to listen to Mars. Stationed on the surface since 2018, InSight recorded seismic tremors from deep within the planet. Each vibration acted like an ultrasound, revealing hidden layers beneath the red crust. But it wasn't until 2025 that the data uncovered something no one expected. About 5 to 8 kilometers below the surface, sensors detected an anomalous, dense layer with characteristics of a fluid in motion. It wasn't ice. It was something far more dynamic. When scientists analyzed the density shifts, they reached a staggering conclusion. There is a massive body of liquid water beneath the Martian crust. Its estimated volume? Hundreds of thousands of cubic kilometers, enough to form a global ocean up to 700 meters deep. An ocean. Hidden, pressurized, silent. It may have been there for millions of years, or it could be recent, a result of internal heat still active within Mars. It's not surprising, too. We have a sensor and a missile on board the Mars. But one thing is certain: what we've found may be the largest underground ocean ever detected beyond Earth. And that changes everything. If there's liquid water on Mars, then we're not just looking at the past. We're looking at the present. This discovery puts Mars alongside the most promising places in the search for alien life. Worlds like Europa, Jupiter's moon, and Enceladus, Saturn's icy moon, both hiding oceans beneath frozen crusts. They are future mission targets. Because where there's liquid water, there's potential for life. not life like the movies, but simple, microbial forms adapted to extreme environments, just like the deep-sea life on Earth, where there's no light, but still, there's life. Now, Mars joins that list, not as a dead planet, but as a world still alive, internally warm, and chemically active. And that changes everything about how and where we explore. Future missions, once focused on the surface, now have a new target. Go deeper, drill, listen, search for hidden biological signs, maybe even collect samples from a place sealed off for thousands of years. A place that could hold the answer to one of humanity's oldest questions: are we alone? Not all scientists agree with the idea of an ocean. Some argue that what was detected might not be liquid water, at least not the way we imagine it. One of the most debated theories is that the seismic readings from the InSight mission only indicate ice melted by tectonic friction. In other words, a damp, unstable zone, created by pressure between rock layers. Others suggest the existence of isolated underground lakes, similar to the ones found beneath Antarctica's glaciers. Sealed reservoirs, formed millions of years ago and never in contact with the surface. There are even those who support the theory of pressurized rivers, briny channels flowing beneath Mars' crust at high speed, invisible to cameras, but detectable through vibrations. And of course, there's the most skeptical explanation of all: dense salt formations that mimic the behavior of liquids on sensors, but are nothing more than ancient minerals compressed over centuries. The truth is, as impressive as the data may be, we are still in the dark. Mars gave us a clue, but not the answer. What lies beneath is still a mystery. Now that we know where to look, the race has begun. Space agencies around the world are already redrawing their plans. New missions are being designed with one goal: to touch what we once thought was only a dream, to explore the underground of Mars, not just walk on it. NASA is already studying thermal drilling robots, machines capable of digging through kilometers of Martian crust, like oil rigs, but made for a planet where everything is more hostile: the cold, the pressure, the silence. Meanwhile, the European Space Agency is building a next-generation orbiter, equipped with sensors to detect gravitational shifts, clues that point to fluids in motion. And independent researchers? They're proposing something even bolder: an autonomous mini-submarine, one that melts its way down and swims in the dark. Every step will be a risk, but also a chance, because what might be down there isn't just water. It could be life, and maybe a piece of ourselves in a place we always believed was empty. From space, Mars remains silent. No lights, no motion, no answers. But now, we know that silence hides something. Beneath its frozen crust, a secret pulses. Invisible, untouchable, but more real with every discovery. What if we were never alone? What if life never needed eyes to see or a voice to scream it was there? Maybe we were just looking the wrong way. Mars didn't answer with words, but it did answer. And this may be just the beginning. If this video made you think, subscribe to CuriousVerse, hit the bell icon, and share it with someone who believes there's still so much more to discover, because the next great answer could be in the next video.